Debt. What comes to your mind when you hear this term? A burden? Well, Americans are living with this burden, and this is only piling up. It's so much that the question now is America headed for bankruptcy? America's national debt has reached a record high of $36 trillion with a $2 trillion increase this year alone. The US debt has grown exponentially in the recent decades, jumping from $5.7 trillion to $23.2 trillion by 2020. Following the pandemic, the country's debt has surged by $16 trillion. Over the last 316 days alone, the debt has increased by $6.3 billion a day. So now an average American citizen has a debt burden of about $108,000. The US debt is now standing at 125% of the country's GDP. Experts predict that the debt to GDP ratio could reach 200% in coming years. So this means that the national debt would be twice the size of the GDP of the world's largest economy. Now, what happens when there is so much debt? Then the government spends more on interest payments than on essential areas like infrastructure, development, and education. So the US government is now spending over $1 billion daily just to pay the interest on this huge debt. This year, debt servicing costs are projected to reach $1 trillion, surpassing the spending on national security, and it also leaves less room in the budget for other initiatives. Now, this mounting debt also represents a major obstacle to Trump's ambitious policy goals. Despite the mounting debt, Trump plans to implement major tax cuts that could also increase the fiscal deficit. He has proposed tax reforms, including further cuts for corporations in taxes to 15% and more cuts for public as well. Also, as interest rates rise, the cost of servicing the national debt increases, and the interest rates have been increasing significantly since the pandemic. Many have criticized Trump's tax policies, but the president-elect has established the Department of Government Efficiency, or DOGE. The department is led by Tesla's Elon Musk and Vivek Ramaswamy, and it aims to reduce government spending and improve operational efficiency. Musk has said that the initiative can save billions of dollars from the federal budget. He has proposed to make cuts, including reductions in public broadcasting budgets and financial support for advocacy groups focused on abortion rights. And this is very crucial because Trump has to reduce national debt while implementing the huge tax cuts and tariffs. Now, to do this, he has also proposed to reduce spending on energy and environmental programs like the Inflation Reduction Act too. Not only the US, but the world is also facing this problem of debt. Global has reached around $313 trillion, or 330% of the world GDP, up from $210 trillion a decade ago. Around half of this rise is in developed economies like US, Germany, and France. Emerging markets like China, India, Russia, Argentina, Malaysia, and South Africa have also registered large increases. To World Bank, 121 low to medium income countries owe money. However, only 10 of these owe more than half of the $391 billion of debt. In Asia, India takes the top spot. Countries also sell bonds, treasury bills to raise funds, and this way they borrow from other countries too. Now, why do these countries which are already in debt give loans to other countries? Well, this strengthens their influence on the global map. See China, for example. China is one of the biggest lenders in the world, but since 2000, China's total debt has nearly tripled, around 288% of its GDP. So all in all, the world needs to reduce the debt. To reduce this debt, governments need to cap their spending and increase job opportunities, so taxable income is more. They can do this by implementing investor-friendly policies and introduce new schemes to strengthen the economy's infrastructure and growth. For more such news and views, keep watching ET Now.
If you like this video, then like, share and subscribe to ET Now.